truly works the way you want it to. So before I actually dive into the features, I'm going to give everybody a few more minutes to join us. But in the meantime, usually I actually do these events by myself. But since Favren has joined us very recently, he's actually going to join us right now and co-host this workshop with me from Malaysia. So I'm going to just come in right now. Favren, hello. Welcome to the team.
Hello. Thank you, Leo. I am so honored to be here. This is my first live event ever. And how are you guys? I can see that everyone from around the world is here. Can you guys hear me clearly?
So we might have a delayed conversation where I say something and you have to respond. You respond like 5 seconds later or even a minute later. In that case,
okay.
I think I'll just, yeah, hopefully not. I'm gonna actually say test 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, so it's a few second delay. I think it's fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fun.
Awesome.
Okay, so I'm gonna actually start with the most exciting feature of all. Or actually, no. Before that, as I said, our team has grown right now. So we are 5 in total. Favren, which has just joined us, he's going to be handling the customer success part of things. I'm going to be focusing on the product more, creating more, improving the interface and things like that, and creating all the new features, designing all the new features. Now, with 3 developers on board, you know what that means. It's not only going to accelerate the new features and improvements, and it's not going to accelerate only our roadmap, but we are in the midst of creating a new plan that will balance pushing new features and making sure Plutio is always reliable. So there will be someone working on bugs and fixing any issues and improving the platform all the time, as we also work on adding new features. So as many of you know, when we started Plutio 5 years ago, completely bootstrapped, we had to focus on bringing all these features in one place as soon as we possibly can, which meant developing super quickly all these new features and adding them as soon as we basically published them. And that was an issue because it caused a lot of bugs. However, we've slowed that down. Now we do a lot of testing. We have a proper workflow in place. And with the team now grown, developers team grown, that means we'll be able to have resources on both adding new features and making sure Plutio is reliable. So expect some huge improvements in terms of the UI, in terms of functionality and reliability in the next, well, very, very, very soon. Okay, so thanks everybody. So I'm gonna start now with showcasing Dashboard, a feature that many of you have been waiting on for a very long time. And I'm just gonna share my screen so you can see what I'm talking about. Let me know if everyone can see. I'm gonna just double check that everyone can actually see my screen very clearly. Fantastic. So, Dashboard, it's been in the works for a few months. It's such a complicated project because we decided we planned Dashboard in a way where it's just not going to be a canvas where you just plug in different widgets on it. We're planning some huge basically plans for it. So we had to actually focus on a proper foundation that will enable us to add all these amazing features and the plan later on without having to rebuild everything. So what you see in front of you is actually a product right now in beta. So if you want to use it, if you want to give it a try, you can enable this from your settings and switch in the beta program. It pretty much there. I'm going to showcase it now to you. I'm going to show you all the possibilities and what you can do with it. And as I said, it's there. You can play with it right now. And hopefully we're going to be releasing it to everybody in the next month, if not before. Okay, let me dive in and show you what dashboard is all about. Okay, so I have a dashboard here already pre-set up. I have a text area here with dynamic variables. So that basically means when you create a dashboard for your clients, all their details will be pre-filled here automatically. And I have a chart here. It tells me how many invoices I have and how many of them is pending, paid, or in draft. It tells me here how many proposals are in draft and how many of them has been accepted. So you can create all kind of charts, from pies to line charts to even a heat map like this one. So this one, I've set it to show me a heat map of the completed tasks. So if you've been working on many projects over the past few months and you enable this feature, you'll be able to see a really nice, cool heat map of the days you've been completing tasks in the most. And you can set this up to show even time, the time you've tracked, when you track most time, and so on. And here's a little notes section, completely secure and private to you, so you can jog notes straight from the home page. And one of the exciting features about dashboard here is you can create these little amazing metrics, and you can actually set goals on these metrics. I'm going to show you how to do that in a second. But as you can see here, they are just super, super cool. So here, for example, it tells me, I've set it to tell me how many invoices have been paid in the last 30 days. And I set a goal, like I want to receive at least $10,000 in invoices to be paid by this month. So you can set that goal and you can see your progress against that goal as well. So it can work for anything. It can work for proposals, invoices, contracts, billable time, anything, almost anything in Plutio. And I'm going to show you how to do that in a second as well. Now, as I said, you can enable this in beta right now from settings, and then go to beta program and just take that little green button. But make sure to read this first, because obviously it's beta. It's not yet finalized and polished for everyone to use. But if you have it enabled, or when it's released, you'll be able to see the dashboard, new dashboard settings button right here. Clicking that will give you access to the new dashboard settings. And as you can see here, we have two sections, dashboards and dashboard pages. And what that means is you can create there's a dashboard for every user role. So a dashboard for a client, for a co-owner, for an owner, for yourself, for teammates, contractors, for any role you create, they will have their own particular dashboard. However, to make things more flexible and since Plutio is all template-based, even dashboard pages are based on a template. And as you can see here, I have a list of all the dashboard templates I've created. I'm going to go in one of the pages in a second. Just going to double check, make sure we're good. Okay, awesome. So I'm going to now go into the example dashboard page I've just showed you earlier on, which is this one, and show you how it is actually from the editor sort of view. And as you can see, I can resize, I can make the widgets whatever size I want, and I can easily drag them to reorder them or place them in different places. And it's very fluid and responsive as well. So you can create whatever layout you want. So this is the way you can create the dashboard. And from the design editor button, you can actually customize it. So you can customize every single block on here, from the colors, the paddings, the size, the background image. You can even have custom CSS. So basically, you can create your own very customized dashboard with your own styling and brand. Now, I'm going to try and open a brand new page so we can start from scratch and show you all the fantastic options that you have, all the possibilities that you can do with this dashboard feature. So I'm going to create a new dashboard page here. Test one, create page. And you start with a blank canvas, as you can see right now. And I can click on this plus icon to show the different type of blocks I can add here. I'm going to start from the basic ones, which is content, images, HTML blocks on the canvas. Now, with the content one, you can basically add whatever content you want. You can add text, you can add tables, images, checklists, and you can even add variables. So what that means is you can customize this dashboard to a client, and you can add their email, their basically their name. You can add your details as well, so your email address, your phone number, your company name, and so on. So you can make it automatically personalized to that person without having to manually insert or sort of hand code this information into here. So it's very, very good from that perspective. Now I'm going to click here again and show you the notes section. So you can add note blocks for you and your clients, for anyone. So you can add it to any dashboard page. And here people will be able to simply jog their notes and ideas. And it's very rich. So it's not only text, it's actually videos, images, tables, anything you can imagine. And again, it's secure and private to the owner of that particular dashboard. So if the client signed into their dashboard and this block is in their dashboard, whatever notes they have there, it's private to you, and the same goes to you as well. Now, the exciting bits, the actual dashboard widgets. I'm going to start with agenda. So with agenda, it's basically like a calendar type of thing. It shows you what's on today. So I'm going to add it here for events. I can stretch it the whole screen. And you can see here are dates. It starts from today, and then it shows you for the next week or month or however long it stretches. It's very responsive. And it basically shows you what is going on today. What do you have on today? Do you have an event? Do you have a task? Do you have a proposal to be signed? An invoice to follow up on? And so on. And you can customize this so very well. You can customize to show different things, like show the invoices that are supposed to be paid today or are overdue today, and so on. So you can customize the data that goes and shows here in this block. Now, the other block we have here is the metric one. So with the metric one, it's just the one I showed you earlier on, which you can add goals to it and track the progress against these goals. And with this metric, you can track anything: events, contracts, even form responses. You can track invoices, people, projects, proposals, tasks, time sheet, everything. So for example, I can start with, let's say, time entries. So the metric type is time entries, and the metric I want to try to set is date created. But here, I want to summarize the metric by the billable time. So I want to show how much billable time I have been working on this month, for example. And the currency, let's say United States, US dollars. Awesome. And the range, you can choose from a variety of ranges. It can be a month to month is the default one. And here's a fantastic one. You can compare your progress this month or this week or whatever range you've selected with the previous period. So I'm going to enable that so I can show you how it works. And then here you can set the goal as well. Let's say you want to reach $10,000 by the end of this month. You can set a deadline as well, like that. And you can add it. So it will show something like this. So billable time. So when you track time that has billable rate on it, it will add it here. So if you just worked on a client project and you track time against that project and you have billable time on it, let's say $10 an hour, and you worked an hour, it will show here you have $10 to be invoiced. So you have billable hour of $10, and you can track the progress through this goal right here. And here's the little indicator that shows you your progress in this period with the previous period as well. This is going to be very, very powerful. It's going to give you real-time insights on your progress, on your goals as well. It's fantastic. And this is just the start. So we're going to be adding heaps of more widgets in the very soon future. I'm going to delete these two just to keep things clean. And now I'm going to move on to the last block that we have right now, which is the most advanced one, the charts block. So this is exciting. Here you can choose from a variety of different types of charts. A bar chart, a calendar chart, which is like a heat map sort of thing, a line chart, a pie chart, a polar chart, if you are one of these crazy people as well. I don't know how to use this one, but it's there if you want to use it and you know how to do that. And a scatter chart, which looks very complicated for me. So again, I don't know how this works, but if you want to use it, you can use it, but it's there. So all these different variety of charts, which are also super fully customizable. You can customize every little pixel in these charts, from the colors to the size to the padding. And here you can choose the different metrics that you would like to track against it. Okay. Oh, you can't see my screen very clearly. Sorry, I've just received a message. I'm going to try and turn off the chat so we can expand the screen a little bit. Can you actually see any better now? I'm going to zoom us in here. How about now? Fantastic. So if the screen is all fixed now, I'm going to move on. Do you want me to repeat what I just said on the chart side of things, or is it quite clear? I can repeat it if you guys didn't get it. Just let me know. Fantastic. Awesome. So let's move on then. I'm going to show you the visual very early on, again, very quickly once I finish this. So what I was going to say is that here we have a variety of different block types, from notes to agenda to a metric. I'm going to go through them again later on at the FAQ section for everyone who missed the visual part of things because the screen was small. But in the meantime, I'm going to continue the session. So charts, as I said, bar charts. You can add calendar, forgot what's called now, a heat map sort of thing. You can add a line chart, a pie chart, a polar chart, and a scatter chart. So you can add a variety of different chart types, and you can track metrics against them. So you can, for example, invoices. If I pick, for instance, a pie chart, the metric type invoices, the metric would be, let's say, status. I want to know the status of my invoices. And the metric sum, do you want to show the status? Sorry, do you want to show the metric as in the total number of invoices that are paid or unpaid, or the total amount in currency of these invoices that are paid or unpaid, sort of thing? So you can choose the type of metric sum here as well. So it's very complicated yet very simple to use. It's very advanced and and very easy to use. So I'm going to add it just to show you how it looks like. And as you can see, it's very responsive and it's super cool. And the cool thing with a design editor, you can basically customize everything, literally everything. Look at all these advanced little options. You can even add your own chart legend and customize the position of how it looks. You are in control, like always been with Plutio. And okay, fantastic. So I've introduced you to the dashboard and the different block types that we have. And now I'm going to go back to the dashboard view that I had earlier on, so we can look at it one more time on the big screen. Here we go. Here's an example dashboard, as you can see, the one I've set up earlier on. And Favren, are you still with us, right? You're here.
Yes, I am.
Awesome. Fantastic. So yeah, this is how a dashboard could look. You can customize it completely. You can make the background pink if you want. You can make the borders orange if you wish. You can move things around, truly make it yours, and it's fully responsive as well. So now when your clients log into Plutio, they're not just going to see a tasks page, which was confusing, and we have huge plans to replace it very soon. Now they can see a very personalized dashboard that can show them data that are relevant to them. You can even create some sort of buttons and links that shows, hey, client A, you have a couple of invoices that are unpaid. Click here to pay them, and it will take them to the invoices page. So you can do all sort of stuff with the client with a fully editable and customizable dashboard feature here. And again, as I said earlier on, you can create a dashboard for every role even, and you can add multiple pages to every dashboard. So as you can see, I have a page 1 and a page 2. So you can basically create a page, let's say, for your financials, another page for your productivity, a third page for your, I don't know, notes. You can create a whole page for notes and have different note blocks. So you can basically do and customize it to make it work however way you want it to work. So that's dashboard. I think I would keep it to the very end to answer any questions, so we can move the session as quickly as possible for everyone who doesn't have much time to stay with us for long, but very curious to see what's next. So any questions, save them to the very end. Me and Favren will be answering all your questions in real time. So stay tuned to the very end. Okay, so that's dashboard. It's fantastic. It's in beta right now. You can access it by enabling the beta option from settings and beta enabled. Make sure to read the disclaimer notes because, again, it's in beta. It's going to be launching to everybody very, very, very soon, so stay tuned. Now, I'm going to move to what's next on the list, themes editor. So, we really care about making Plutio an environment that works for you, an environment that you feel comfortable working on. And that's why we've always always focused on making Plutio as customizable as possibly can. So very recently, we added the options to change the colors of Plutio, but it wasn't beta, and now it's not yet out, but it's going to be out in the next few days or so. So it's a matter of days before it's out. But I'm going to show you what it's all about, what I mean by that. You know, everybody has a way of working. You know, there are the visual people, and there are people who like the dark mood, the bright colors. We're all different, and our workspace is different, but we are used to using the same app as everybody else. And that's where Plutio comes in. Plutio isn't just for you, it isn't just a tool that it doesn't force you to work its own way. It sort of it adapts to your own way of working. So I'm going to show you what I'm talking about right now. Look, here is a normal task, a normal project, task board in a project. As you can see, these are the default Plutio colors. And they're chosen in a after doing heaps of research, heaps of feedback, these are the colors and sort of the layout and the border sort of shades that we've chosen and gone with, because it's a high contrast, it's easy to find, and so on. So we've always been improving to making the layout as simple as possible. But default layouts are always, especially colors, are always, we just can't fit everybody's needs. So look at this little screen right here. This is the default Plutio layout or theme, if you wish. This is what you see right now. And you can customize every single pixel to look however way you want it. Look at this. Look at this beauty. I mean, I'm going to be using this myself. I know I used to use the Plutio purple color everywhere, but now I'm shifting to brown because look, it's stunning. Basically, the shades, everything is automatically done for you. You choose your color palette, and
they can't see your screen.
Screen. Oh no! Again. Okay, sorry. I'm gonna share the screen. 2 seconds. Here we go. And I'm gonna make myself and Favren little people, so you're small, so you can actually see. Okay. Oh no. Okay, ruined the moment because I wanted to show you this first. Can you see the screen? Awesome. So what I'm trying to show you here is basically the interface right now. It's what you would expect when you're logging into Plutio. You know, all these. It's basically clean and as simple as we possibly can make it. However, if you look now at this version of it, you can customize. You'll be able to customize every single pixel. Here we go. So from the main menu to the header to the utility bar to the actual page color, everything is now customizable through a palette. So you basically, you can see the screen, yeah? Just want to make sure that the screen is seen, because some people are saying you can't see the screen. Yeah, I know, right? Brown is fantastic. I actually love this color. It's so sort of calming. It's very relaxing. And it feels like I am sitting on a wooden desk, like, you know, all my workspace is on a desk, on a wooden desk. So it's fantastic. So that's one of the features that you will have access to in the next couple of days. And it's very cool. So I'm going to show you how it is from settings, interface. And as you can see, almost everything, well, actually everything has adapted to the color palette that I've created. And you can set it from here. You have both. You can set the color palette for both things, for the light mode and dark mode. So you can now customize your dark mode and light mode. And as you can see here, here is the base color palette. You can truly make it anything. You can change it to whatever you want. But I'm going to bring it back to brown because I love brown. Well, in this occasion anyway. And here we go. And you can change the main menu, the text, the page header, the utilities bar, even the buttons. You can make the buttons your own buttons. So you can make them brown, green, orange, pink, whatever color you want. And the hover state, the border, is all automatically done for you. You just need to set the base color, and Plutio will automatically set everything else for you. Even the statuses, you can now customize the statuses for a way that relates to you in the way you understand it. Some people use, for example, status colors that are different than the main default ones, the natural ones. So they use something else that makes sense to them. And that means now you can change the status color to match your own workflow or your own understanding. You can even change the color of the notes and any other color that you can see on your workspace. As you can see, the palette is very simple, very concise, and we try to make it as simple as possible to edit. And everything else, all the small little details are automatically done for you. So I'm super excited about this feature to see all the amazing different themes that you will come up with. And now we've talked about dashboard and we talked about themes. Before I move on to the next one, which is basically a sneak peek of the scheduler, the booking feature where you'll be able to basically book events. Your clients can book events through your little Plutio scheduler. Because I forgot, I'm gonna give the stage to Favren to actually talk to you or show you his dashboard that he's been working on. So I showed you dashboard earlier on and I showed you my example, but because my screen is so small and everything, as you can see, is just little tiny stuff, I couldn't really see my notes and I forgot to give the stage to Favren. So Favren, take the stage and show everybody the amazing dashboard that you've created and talk to us through how you're using it.
Awesome, Leo. And I have been looking at the comments and they have been pretty amazing questions so far. All right, can you share my screen, Leo? All right.
Oh, the CSS guy, it's don't worry, everything's still the same. So your CSS will be overriding ours. We haven't changed the classes. Don't worry about that. Okay, now I'm gonna shut up and give Favren the stage. Favren, you take it.
All right, thank you, Leo. So because it's my first live event, so I'm not used to talk in delays. All right, as you can see, this is my dashboard, and unlike Leo, I love the bluish color closer to purple. I think that's one of the reasons why I like Plutio, because they use purple. Okay. This is my dashboard. As you can see, this is a custom HTML that I set up to show my crypto ticker, right? It's amazing. If you want this, just say you want this. I'll share the HTML code in the comment later on. And I like to have this section to show at a glance. As you can see, in the past 30 days, I don't have any proposals signed. Sad. But I do have some invoices that have been paid. And Leo has showed you how to set this up. So I hope you can customize it to your liking and share it with the world. Share it with us on the Facebook page.
I actually can't wait to see everyone's dashboard creations
me
and
too.
themes as
It
well
will
once
be
they're
crazy.
It's going to be amazing. It's going to be rainbow colors all over the community page on Facebook.
Yep.
It's going to be amazing. Thank you so much, Favren, for showing us the way you use dashboard. Right, guys. So now moving back to our roadmap. So what we're working on, or what I have planned, or what I told you that we're going to be working on, is the scheduler. It's a feature many of you have been waiting for, especially us. You know, we've actually used Calendly to get everyone booked for this event, and it's been a nightmare to set up. Honestly, it's the leading in the market, yet it's really complicated. So we're creating something that is beautiful, that is super easy for you and for your clients, and very advanced, yet simple. So I'm going to show you what I mean by that. So remember, this is all still in a design process, in a draft process. So what you might see now might not be how it would look like later on once it's launched. So are you ready to see the scheduler? Say yes in the chat and I'll move on into it. So no one has actually seen the scheduler, not even Favren, the team. No one in the team actually seen it yet. It's been my own thing for quite a while. So I've actually redesigned it three times, completely rebuilt from scratch. And I'm really proud of this one. I think this one is really, really good. I'm going to show you what I mean by that now. Again, remember, what you're about to see might not necessarily be the actual final product, okay? Okay, so cool. Let's move on. So basically, it's going to work very similar to how forms or proposals or contracts or any of that works. You click on scheduler from your main menu. It opens up the list of all your schedulers, so you can create as many sort of type of schedulers as you possibly want, basically, and you can see their status, the bookings, all the details from them from that overview page. And you can also connect this to the dashboard later on once it's released. But now, the idea is once you create, I'm gonna mix, okay. Yeah, the idea is once you create a scheduler, it will open a page similar to this. And what you can do here is first, you can have, by default, you will have this view. So it's only one option, you know, book a meeting with me, Leo. So here we'll have my picture, my name, book a meeting with me, and then simple, the dates that I'm available and the times I'm available. Now, the cool thing is you can actually add different types of events in the same scheduler. And if you do, then this screen will appear. So by default, again, you will be directed to this screen by default, unless you have multiple options. If you have only one option, it will straight be, hey, my name is this, and you can book a scheduler with me right here, and all the dates I'm available in. But if you have more options, this will appear first. And what that means, this means you can create a scheduler for example, and here you can add options. For example, you can add an option for support session, a onboarding session, a sales session. So you can say, what would you like me to help you with? What is this call about? Is it about a support session? Is it about technical issues, about sales? Do you want to know more about the platform? All that sort of stuff. Or it can be different teammates. So if you work with different people and you want to basically allow the client or whoever's booking to choose who they want to talk to, you can have these options as people. So basically, these options can be anything. Can be people, can be type, can be locations, can be anything you can imagine. And you can customize it by adding a picture, an icon, and a little description as well to make it easier for them to understand what the option is all about. And here is a little indicator so they can see which page they're on during the process of scheduling an event with you. So going down here, they'll be able to see the dates available, the time available for yourself, or for whatever option or person or event, or location they've chosen. And right here, they can basically choose different options within the option. So basically, you can say location in London has 3 different time options: 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours. And 30 minutes is free, but 1.5 hours is $100, 2 hours is $20. This doesn't make sense, but that's what I wrote in the code. But that's what I mean. So you can basically add sub options to that option, and it can be the different durations. And you can charge for some, and you don't charge for some. You can choose how you want to do it, because yes, you can actually accept payments for scheduling events. And so they will choose the duration, they will choose the availability, and then they will move on to answering any questions you might want to ask them, like their name, email address, phone number, anything else you would like to ask, you can add it in here. And once they move into the checkout page, this is not final yet, but I'm just giving you the process. So here we'll say, if you want to charge them for this event or a session, you can basically ask them to pay for it right there and then to confirm and book them in. And the cool thing here is you can actually collect payments or not. You can switch this on or off, and you can also auto create invoices for it. So basically people, when someone pays, they will receive a receipt and there will be an invoice against it. So everything will be tracked and locked in. And you can customize all of this. You can choose if you want to create an invoice or not. Now, let me take you through the options of the scheduler. So you have the durations, and you can add multiple durations. You can choose a cost for it. It can be free or it can be an actual positive currency. And here you can add a little, your own sort of availability, the buffers and limits. So how much buffer before every event and after event, the minimum notice before someone can actually book, the scheduling rule and the rolling day. So you can customize all of these options from here. And then the cool thing is the booking type. So this could be, you can set it to be a one-on-one meeting, so only 2 people involved, or a group meeting, 1 and multiple people involved, like the host, or a group of people involved. And the third option would be an actual event. So like we did with this webinar, or live workshop, we ask everyone to go on Calendly and basically book them, reserve the seat in a sense, so they can receive a reminder and all that sort of stuff. So the UX in Calendly was you had to go there and pick a time yourself, and the hour yourself, the date and the time yourself. But we already have this preset, so why should you do it again? So with this option here, the third option, which is an event option, you can basically create an event, set a date, set a time, and just basically send the link for people to book it, not choose a time or availability, just book it straight in and pay for it if you want them as well. And here is, you can choose a currency. So every scheduler can have its own currency. And again, you can collect payments and also create invoices and receipts. This, once it's done, it's going to be very fluid, very responsive, and very sort of interactive. It's going to move with the user to the second page. This is going to move, it's going to animate. It's going to be super cool, and it's going to be really responsive. And the cool thing about this is you will be able to connect it. So as part of the Plutio work on scheduler, we are going to be upgrading our calendar completely. This calendar that you see inside the workspace right here from calendar, this is going to get a huge upgrade, a huge upgrade. It's going to be super responsive on mobile, so we can have a native one on mobile, and this is going to change completely to something absolutely amazing. I have been working on it. I can't show it to you just yet because it's still missing a couple of things, but it's going to be an amazing upgrade. So with Scheduler, expect a brand new calendar, agenda, and day-to-day sort of view, and expect the scheduler as well. And it's all going to be connected together. And imagine just when automation comes, when someone books an appointment, you can schedule it so they can create a task, so it creates a task and so on. So it's going to be amazing. But this is the scheduler and how it's going to look like. I'm going to answer questions about it in the F&Q session at the very, very end, which is very soon. Okay, so I'm going to take a break, very quickly read the notes. And Favren, would you step in? Give me a break.
Sure. Sure thing, Leo.
What do you think of the scheduler?
It looks awesome.
Yeah, I can't wait.
It's so
we're going to be
amazing.
using it as well.
I can't wait. Yes, I don't want to use Calendly anymore, after looking at that. Okay, can you answer a few questions about the scheduler? Because they did.
Okay, did you take any notes, or should I just read the comments?
Yeah. I took some notes.
Because you're amazing. You're amazing. Okay, but actually before I answer any questions, let me just tell everybody about our roadmap. What are we planning? What should they expect this year? So bear with me. Right. So everybody, our roadmap. You're curious, right? And we all know that. We're all curious. So Plutio, as you know, Plutio has changed significantly over the years. I don't know I know there's a lot of people in the chat right now who's been with us since 2017, 18, years and years ago, and they know how Plutio looked back then. Like, seriously, if you just compare the two together, like, boom, wow, seriously. So we've been working around the clock on improving the UI, the interface, everything to make it as easy, as simple as possible, and truly customizable to work your way. And what we have planned for this year, apart from the things I showed you, which is dashboard, it's nearly done, themes pretty much done, launching a couple of days, scheduler designers, the design is done and it's going to be launched, developed in very, very, very soon. And we're working on other features as well that I would like to take you through. To give an idea of what we're working on this year. So automation, it's going to be one of the biggest, most amazing, most exciting features yet. Automation is going to truly bring everything together. Imagine when you have everything from project to tasks to invoices to contracts to proposals to time tracking to scheduler, all of these in one little place. Imagine when you have the power of automating all of them without having to connect all these third-party apps. It's all right there in the same place. You just need to tell Plutio what you want done, and in the same place. So just imagine the power of automation. And when I say automation, it isn't only going to be if this, then do that. It's going to be way beyond this. I can't give you more information about this just yet because it's in the planning phase, but expect some amazing, revolutionary automation coming to your business this year. And it's more like early in the year, not towards the late year. It's going to be, soon, sort of thing. So you're not going to be waiting for long. And I'm super, super, super excited to announce our partnership with Square, one of the biggest payment processors. And our partnership is going to be huge because they're going to be promoting Plutio to all their millions of users. However, with this partnership, isn't only about us, but about you as well, because with this partnership comes a brand new, robust subscription system. So imagine, basically, we are rebuilding our subscription system from the ground up to make it as powerful yet as simple as possible. And with partnership like Square, you can be rest assured that we are on the right track to making our subscription system so robust, so reliable, and so powerful, you won't need to use anything else. And the cool thing about it as well, you will be able to accept not only Square, but Stripe and probably other payment providers as well. The cool thing about it is that you'll be able to add subscriptions to your proposals. So just imagine that, adding subscription option to your proposals. You know how you can add items and packages right now to your proposals? You'll be able to add subscription options as well. But that's not all. You'll also be able to embed subscription packages into your website. So people actually can go on, let's say, the pricing page on your website and click subscribe, and it will subscribe there. The subscription will be created in Plutio, the invoices will be handled in Plutio, all of that. So it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing, and I can't wait for it. It's going to be basically a game changer, because I know a lot of businesses now rely on passive income. Whatever you do, hosting, domains, retainers, consultations, you want to try and push passive income as you possibly can. Well, not necessarily passive, but recurring income is the right word for it, sorry. So we want to help you with that. We want to help you establish the best foundation possible to create a good environment for you to grow in terms of creating recurring income for you and your business. So that's subscription. And we're also going to be working this year on improving our inbox feature. You probably noticed we've done heaps of UI interface changes to the feature, to our current inbox feature, but more to come. We're going to basically introduce, hopefully, an email sync, which will allow you to sync in your emails so you receive them within Plutio, send email from Plutio, and then convert emails to tasks or whatever you want to do with them inside Plutio. We are going to improve the list of projects, so discussions within projects in Inbox. We are going to improve the live chat, adding more options for it and making it faster and more customizable. So there will be heaps of improvements to Inbox very soon. And improved permission system. We're going to make it even better to understand what each option is. We can add more options for a really detailed sort of control. And we're going to add the long-waited for feature related to permission, which is login as. So you can test your permission settings by logging in as the client, for example. So you can see what the client actually sees and so on without having to create an account and yourself logging in. So you can just switch in the view and you can see what your client will be seeing. And then the cool feature I'm excited about too is transactions. With transactions added to invoices, you will then be able to track income and expenses. And with dashboards, you can connect these together and you can have reports of how much money you made, how much money you've lost, and how much money is projected that you need to pay later on or make later on. So transactions is going to add a really powerful level to invoicing and bring us one step sort of closer to providing bookkeeping within Plutio. But bookkeeping isn't something we're going to be looking on this year, I don't think, because it's very complicated and it requires a whole set of basically it's really complicated and it differs from every country. So we're not going to be looking into it this year, I don't think. But with the addition of transactions, it would be a really good step forward towards that. And with integrations with Zero, FreshBooks, and other tools as well, it will be easier for you to sort of connect with these tools and have your invoices pulled and synced with them as well. So you can do your bookkeeping without the hassle, basically, until we have our own bookkeeping. Yeah, so that's also importing coming. So many of you know we've introduced exporting very recently, where you can export almost anything in Plutio. And very soon we're going to be adding importing as well, so you can import into Plutio. So these are the main features that we're going to be focusing on this year, obviously alongside tons and tons of small improvements that you can see all of them in our roadmap. If you go to roadmap.plutio.com, you will have an overview of every single task we are working on right now, every single task that is in progress, every single task that is planned. So you can see all of our roadmap in detail in our roadmap page. And you can see all these little improvements and little basically features. So these are just what I've just mentioned are the main features, and we have heaps of small ones that are squeezing and coming up between all of them. Okay, now we talked about dashboard, talked about themes, we talked about subscriptions, all the new features that are coming this year, our roadmap. We talked about the scheduler, and I think it's time for us to jump into the FAQ section, and we will answer any questions you have. Thank God that Favren is here to take notes, because I could not catch up with you guys. There's so many messages in here. I can't even begin to scroll through them. So yeah, Favren, let's do it. There's a bit of delay though, so I'm not sure how we're gonna make this work, but maybe if we can just pause a minute or 30 seconds between each of us may work. I don't know. Let's give it a try. Oh, I sorry. Between us, invoice receipts.
There's no delay.
Oh God.
Okay, go ahead.
Although it's pretty complicated. Okay, let me just quickly tell you about what invoice receipts, because I did promise everybody that I'm going to talk to you about it in this workshop. So basically, simply put, you'll be able to create receipt templates. You'll be able to choose which receipt is auto-created when an invoice is paid. You will have multiple receipts that you can choose from. You will have you will be able basically to customize your receipts. Before, you couldn't do that. We had a default receipt template that is sent out when the client pays the invoice. But now you'll be able to fully customize it and have templates for it as well. So more about that system is going to come in our in a detailed update once it's launched very soon. So yeah, now let's jump on the FAQ.
All right. So first question from Guy. Can you show the...
I can't hear, by the way, Favren.
Can you hear me now?
Gantt chart is one of the improvements we're going to be focusing on this year. Don't worry. Yeah, WhatsApp is going to be integrated. Favren, can you hear me? Oh, I'm muted.
I can hear you.
It's my fault. Muted. It's my fault. Sorry. I had the volume turned off, and I was like, "It's your Favren. What are you doing?" And mute yourself. No, it turns out it was actually my end. Sorry about that. Okay. Ask away.
HTML block on the dashboard. Because Guy was asking this. Can you show me what other HTML codes that can be used on that?
So actually, we had a little we called it a feature where it basically allow only a set of HTML and CSS elements or codes into our HTML block, because it's just a way of us to prevent any hacking, if that makes sense, or any manipulation through the HTML block. However, we've removed this. So now there's no limit on what you can add to the HTML block. I'm not sure if we deployed or not, but I saw the comment for it. I saw like we've actually worked on it. It's completed. It's just pending deployment, I think. So your HTML block will accept any code right now, and it's secure. So don't worry about that.
All right. Second question by Nixon. Are you planning on WordPress integration and all?
So there is really no plan. WordPress is a new world. It's a whole world by itself. We don't actually have any plans for integrations. And when it comes to integrations with WordPress, it's just, there is nothing fixed. Like, the integration sort of level is just crazy big. There is so much to integrate. However, we are planning on opening up a developer platform, which people can basically develop integrations and add them to an app marketplace into Plutio. So that's something we're going to be working on. Maybe
Awesome.
people will be creating WordPress integrations then.
It's awesome. Okay, on the scheduler, will it integrate with Google Calendar?
It will indeed. Yes, of course, it has to.
Of course, it has to, right? It's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
And will it also have Zoom integration or Google Meet, like the auto link?
So Google, 100%. Integration with Google Calendar, 100%. Now, because we're integrating with Google, it's probably going to be easy for us to introduce a Google Hangout sort of meet from the get-go. But I'm not sure about Zoom yet. We will see what we can do.
All right, awesome. And someone asked from Facebook about the pop-ups that we created for them, for the event. Can they do that themselves for the clients?
They will be able to using automation. You'll be able to using automation. Not just yet, but very soon using automation.
Awesome. And all these amazing features. This is asked by Keith. Will the early AppSumo buyers be updated as well?
So, believe it or not, some of the features that we have already released are actually limited to the AppSumo customers. It wasn't in the plan, but we just released it. We opened it up for everybody. The answer is most likely yes. There will be no need for you to upgrade to anything, but I can't really commit to that until we go through all the plans ourselves back in the office. But yeah, I actually have a question from Matt here, which is a good question. He says, will there be any lists on dashboard like my open tasks or overdue or invoices? Like basically a list of anything, a list of tasks, a list of events or whatever, similar to agenda, but it contains more than one metric. Yes, we will be working on that as well. It's on our task list. Back to you, Favren.
Last question that I have. Last question about Square. When?
We signed the contract. The partnership is official. We're together now in this. So Davidas is actually our lead developer, is now, as we speak, working on cleaning up the code and creating a foundation for the new robust subscription system. And once he does that, the work is going to move on to Diego, our amazing new developer who's joined us very recently, and he's going to be fully focused on subscriptions. So soon.
All right. I think basically that's it. Everyone is saying you're awesome. A lot of them are the early adopters. So I would like to thank you personally to them.
Awesome. And guys, we can stay here for a couple of minutes. You can ask any questions in the comment section as well.
I am reading some comments. Okay, another question from Yara. If a customer completes a task, I want a new task board or a new project to automatically appear for that user. Is that possible with the upcoming automations?
Possibly, with automation, possibly, yes. And I have a question here as well. Can you share more info about WhatsApp Integrate? So WhatsApp is a huge platform, and we are really excited to integrate with WhatsApp when it comes to automation and inbox as well. We haven't really looked into it, but we know we want to do it, but we haven't really looked into the API just yet. But it's in our plan to look into it. Definitely, it's going to be amazing.
Awesome. And will there be any update to the desktop app?
Yes, yes, absolutely. Desktop app hasn't been updated in a while, and that's because we've been really focused on just making the web app work. But we have huge plans to work on a new version of desktop app, so we're going to be releasing a new one very soon as well. Melvin, one of our amazing developers, is going to be working on that. You want to give it a try. I have a question here. I would like to know if a scheduler can integrate with multiple Google calendars. Now, I'm not 100% sure about that. We haven't looked into the details yet. What I showed you is just the concept, the design of what to expect. But I don't see it as a problem. It should be possible.
Okay. Question about subscriptions with Square. are you planning subscriptions that don't rely on invoices?
I mean, it should be an option. Yeah, so we can allow you to turn it off and on however way you want. So we can basically, like with everything else in Plutio, even when you send an, let's say, a proposal, you can choose if you want to auto invoice or not. So it can be the same thing with it.
Oh, okay. And can you embed the scheduler on anything?
You will be able to embed the scheduler. Yes, that's right.
Awesome.
Archiving feature is something we're going to be working on as well, just so you know, Joanna, because I said you just mentioned something about the filters to filter out any tasks or any projects that have been archived. Yes, we're going to be working on an archived feature. Now, what I mentioned earlier on, the features that we're going to be focusing on this year, these are just the main ones, and we're going to have some smaller ones like archive squeezed between them. And by the way, guys, just a heads up, we don't know the date for it just yet, but with the launch of Dashboard and launch of Scheduler, we are going to be increasing our pricing probably significantly because the value that Plutio will provide then is just huge for how much we charge for it right now. So we're going to be doing that, definitely increasing the pricing. So if you're thinking of having another workspace or anything like that, make sure you upgrade soon before the pricing goes up. And just so you know, when the pricing goes up, you will not be affected if you already have a workspace or an active plan. You will not be affected. You will be grandfathered into whatever price you're on right now. The scheduler platform, as I said, it's not yet available. It's something we're going to be working on very soon. Okay, Doki. So, by the way, before we end the session, I just want to say thank you so much for everyone who joined us and took the time to join us today.
Thank you so much.
Honestly, it's gonna be an exciting year. We are working on so many things that will truly revolutionize the way you run your business. So I'm really, really excited to start with launching Dashboard and then Scheduler and then moving to automation, subscriptions. It's gonna be absolutely amazing. So stay tuned, buckle up even, because this year is gonna truly be our year. And as I said before, if you have any questions, if you need any help, you can now reach Favren through the live chat built into the app. So just go inside the app, click on the little question mark in the main menu, and you can talk to him directly, and we will be there to help you in any way possible. Your feedback is always appreciated, so please always share that with us. Yes, so thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for being here today, and I really can't wait to see you in our next session. And welcome to the team, Favren. Oh, yes. So Favren just reminded me, actually, there's a giveaway. There is a giveaway. How can I forget about the giveaway? I just want to give Plutio's goodies. Of course I do. Of course I do. What are you saying? Okay, so what we have for you in store is a pillow. Actually, just 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
Yep. That's the surprise.
Okay, can everybody see me now? I'm back. Let me know if you can see me. Wait. How did you know a pillow? Wait, I didn't. How did Kathy know? Oh, she just ruined the surprise.
No, you said it.
She just tricked me. Did I? Did I say a pillow?
Yes, you mentioned it.
Did I? Oh, wow. I didn't. I actually didn't. I can't remember I said it. Okay, well, surprise ruined. This amazing little pillow. I get it done with Plutio. So we're going to give one amazing guy or one amazing girl is going to get this pillow. Now, the giveaway, me and Favren was like, we have to do a giveaway. We have to give this pillow away to someone amazing. Wherever you are in the world, it's going to be shipped to you. Hopefully not through the canal that is currently blocked by a massive shipment ship, because then you'll never get it. But if it's from another path, you will get it definitely. The thing is, we know we wanted to do a giveaway, but we didn't know how. So we have no idea how to give this away or to whom. So if you have any ideas, share them in the comments, and let's see how we can give this amazing pillow to someone amazing in this community.
Yep, please. I can't wait to see what crazy ideas you can come up with.
Yeah, because I can't really think of anything, to be honest. A random. I guess that's really our only quick option, a random picker. But
Yep.
how are we gonna do that? Maybe it could be no, that can't work.
All right. How about I copy every participant and we just do a live, raffle?
Okay, so how can we do that? Because you're not going to be taking notes of everyone who's just going to be entering it. Create a form.
Don't worry.
Wait, how about the fastest person that can leave us a review on Trustpilot? I mean, it's a win-win scenario, isn't it?
Yep, it is.
We could possibly do that.
Someone suggested best dashboard design template.
Okay, actually, this is a fantastic idea. No, William, you're the winner. Not the winner of the goodies yet. The winner of the idea of how to receive the goodies. So yes, definitely. No, definitely. This is a great idea. Okay, so I know dashboard is in beta right now, so some people might not want to enable it until it's publicly available. So we are going to officially create a post on the community once it's launched, and we are going to be giving away this pillow. Well, not particular, this is mine, but I'm going to send you another one to the best dashboard design. So once dashboard is officially launched, hopefully very, 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 very soon, if we kick Tobias in the back a little bit so he can actually speed up the process. But once dashboard is out the window, out the door even, is the way you say it, we will do a poll on the best dashboard design, and the winner who receives the most votes will receive the amazing Plutio pillow. That sounds like a plan. Well done.
Awesome.
It's a really, really good suggestion. Yeah, yep, definitely.
Really good suggestion.
Righty. Okay, guys and girls. So I'm now going to leave you with all this information. Hopefully you'll be able to digest it. Buckle up for this year. It's going to be absolutely fantastic.
Okay, so we will post about the giveaway on the Facebook community group, and
we will do that. We will do that once we launch dashboard. So we give everybody the same fair chance.
All right.
Okay. Right.
Have a great day, evening,
everybody.
Good night. See you soon.
Bye-bye.